Hi friends, and welcome to another video. My name is Jess. I am a self-employed foot health practitioner, and guys, I have been thinking a lot about safety, especially when it comes to going into people's homes or just being a lone worker in general. Now, with the seasons changing, it's getting darker sooner, and it freaks the life out of me because I'm scared of the dark. And walking, around in the dark, I kind of feel like you're more prone to having an incident happen, and I feel like it's really important that we keep ourselves safe. Now, it isn't just about, the seasons changing and getting darker. We need to keep ourselves safe when we go into clients' homes. Now, I've read stories about, clients with inappropriate behaviour and just saying things which they shouldn't, which can make you feel a bit on edge. People having accidents, foot health practitioners, having accidents, and it's important that we have things in place that keep ourselves safe. So I've been doing a little bit of reading up on ways to keep myself safe as a lone worker, and I thought I would share these tips with you guys today. Okay, so the first thing on my list is making sure that you have somebody that knows where you're going, knows how long you're going to be there, what time you're leaving, and where you're going to be going next. That person is there to check up on you, make sure that you're okay. And if they don't hear from you for whatever reason, that can sort of, raise an alarm that something may be wrong. So it's really important that you have that person there for you that just checks in, makes sure that you are okay. Next is to make sure that you have a reliable method of communication. Now, this is generally our mobile phones. So make sure that you have your mobile phone on you at all times. I do know that there are some foot health practitioners, they leave their phone in the car. And the reason they do this is because they feel like it's too bulky. They don't know where to put it when they're in clients' homes. It's really important that you have this with you. So make sure that you take it with you guys. Get yourself a bum bag or put it in your domiciliary bag. Just make sure that you carry it around with you wherever you go. Also, with reliable methods of communication, there are panic buttons as well. Now, this is something that I was like, yep, I need to get that, because I feel like that would be, good for me, because sometimes for whatever reason, our mobile phones may not be in range, or, I don't know, our battery's really low, or for whatever reason. So I kind of feel like a panic button would be great, because then you just press it and it alerts somebody, whether it be your husband at home or your partner at home or a particular company that it will alert. A panic button is definitely a priority and high up the list for me. Next is when you go to a client's house, make sure that you park as close to their home as possible. Now, I'm aware that, you can't always park on their drive if they have a drive, because maybe their car's there, so we end up parking on the road. If you can, try and park as close as possible so you're not having to walk so far from their house to your car and vice versa. And if you can as well, is to make sure that you park where there is sufficient lighting. So there's like a lamp or something, what do you call those, lamp post? A lamp. So make sure there's light where your car is parked so that you can see where you're going, and it's not too creepy, basically. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Right, so along the lines of your vehicle and cars, is to make sure that you have your car keys ready, so you're not fumbling around when you get to your car trying to find your keys, and you're just prolonging the amount of time that you're outside. And the reason why is because you could possibly be a target, which is something that you don't want. You just want to reduce the amount of time that you're spending outside, especially in the dark. You just want to get to your car, get in there and drive off. So get your keys ready. As soon as you get to your car, you can just get in and drive off. All right? Next is that in your car, your vehicle, try and get yourself a cable so that you can charge your phone. For whatever reason that the battery may be low, then you can recharge the battery life. Phones are really good for, like I was sharing earlier, as a means of communication, especially in an emergency. So make sure that your phone is topped up. If it isn't, get yourself one of those ports so that you can top it up when you're out and about. Okay, so next thing that I want to mention is that a lot of foot health practitioners, they carry cash on them. Now, when you're seeing multiple people in a day, that mounts up to quite a bit of cash, quite a lot of dosh, so is to make sure that you keep your money, your cash hidden. Now, this reduces the likelihood of you being a target. There are people out there, guys, that watch people, and God forbid, I don't want anything to happen to you where people say, oh, you know, she looks like she's got a bit of money on her, let me jack her. You know, so yes, keep your valuables, your money hidden, and if possible, just don't have that much cash on you. You know, there are other options of receiving payments from clients, and that is by bank transfer or by using a card reader. Right, so this one is something that I've always known anyway. When I was, you know, working in a doctor's surgery and so forth, we were always told to make sure that you are sitting closest to the exit. If you can, that is, in somebody's house. I know it can be pretty difficult sometimes, but if you can, to position yourself so that if anything happens, then you can exit without any obstacles being in your way. So with your back to the door and your client in front of you, you can just scoot off in an emergency. If, you know, your client decides to attack you, God forbid, not saying that they do because it's never happened to me at all, but it is that risk assessment, isn't it? And just making sure that you're keeping yourself safe if an incident like that was to occur. Okay, I'd also like to mention is courses and keeping yourself updated when it comes to safety. So there's health and safety courses out there that you can search up and you can do online. There is also conflict resolution, which is a really good course to go on as well. Right, okay, so let's say you have a new client. One way to try and keep yourself more safer is to just familiarize yourself with the area. So you can do this by going on Google Maps, Google View, just to sort of see the area and just suss it out. So if anything happens, you know that there's a corner shop round the corner, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, you've got a bit of an idea of the area before going to see that client. So, yeah. Okay, so last but definitely not the least, and that is to trust your instincts. Now, you know, if you go into a client's home and you feel very, very uncomfortable, and, you know, you feel like a sort of danger alert, or you just feel very uncomfortable and uneasy, then you need to leave, because our instincts are right. Generally, we know when we feel danger, when we feel unsafe. If you feel that you feel unsafe in a client's home, then you need to go, okay? Right, so these are the pieces of advice that I've found when it comes to safety for myself as a lone worker. And I really do hope that this video has helped you as well to maybe think about ways in which you can keep yourself safe, whether it's you going into somebody's house or whether it's just you in your clinic by yourself. You know, we deserve to be safe, and we shouldn't feel unsafe going into somebody's house. You know, we need to be confident to actually say, I don't feel safe in this situation, I'm gonna go. Okay, so I hope this video has helped you. It certainly has helped me. And guys, I will definitely see you guys in my next video. All right then, bye.